All right, so we are back. Today is Died. This is the Junk Journal January in the middle of February. Uh, Ink and Pages kit. And so I had a little bit of a play last night. Um, and I tried to dye. Okay, first. So got this card, right, with these colors in it, and then the names of them. And what I tried, attempted to do, was mimic these by dyeing some like fabric and lace. I okay, I tried. I don't have these colors, so I tried. This was an obvious failed attempt, but I think it's cool, so I'm saying that will become ephemeral for something. Um, I think the worst fail is my burnt umber. This looks nothing like burnt umber. But you know what? I'm going to use it anyway. This was my attempt at sage. This is my attempt at vanilla. This was my attempt at mist gray. And this was my attempt at Stillwater blue. So, and here's how I did it. Here's how I played. And it was a true playing. I I just did not feel like trying to dig out all of my paints, and I knew I didn't have several of the colors in my paints, the acrylic paints, because I was gonna just color some, drop, a few, uh, oh my goodness, a few drops of acrylic paint and water, and then just throw them in there. I didn't have that, but I used my acrylic paint markers, and you can kind of see, like, these really show it. And I left these more so than the others. But you can see, like, where I just colored on it, and then I stuck it in water and kind of swooshed it around like that, squeezed it out. And the first, every time I would do that, of course it would knock the lines out, and then it just left the cloth like this color here. So that was like really light. And so what I did when it was all still wet, then I took the marker and kind of drew on it and just like threw a few dots and swished it around. So I still had some of the darker lines. That's why it's like that. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. That's what I did. I just played last night while I was sitting watching TV with V. Um, that's what I played with. So yeah. So I'm going to use those, and I think what I want to do. Now Debbie did hers like completely different. Well, she had hers dyed, her little fabric scraps, and then I think she just used the lace. And then she took the blank card, glued it on the back of that card, and then put these on with the words, the names on that. I am not going to do that. I actually like the card that she gave us. Um, I like this too. So I think what I want to do is, I think I want to glue this and turn it into a pocket. I want to use this. I didn't put anything on the back, and it's like, should I have? But I think I'm just going to glue this down to the page. Um, and then this is the stuff that came with. So we have all this stuff here. And these. So what I've been thinking is, like, take this one or this one. maybe this one. They're blank on the backs. Oh, I could either glue these together, or I could glue, this on the back and make it, oh wait, maybe I'll do that. I'll put that on the back. Maybe I'll just put washi tape around the sides. I'll glue this down, then washi tape it. And then that can be a journal card. But I figured I could make like a large tag to put in here. Or, like so. Could do that. I'd cut this off a little bit though. And maybe put a tab on the top. Got all those tabs left over from yesterday. So I think I'm kind of thinking like along those lines. And then I even thought about like maybe using like this. That. I could put this all the way up to the edge. And then the lines all, they meet for a second. That doesn't bother me. Do that. I could actually do it up here. Cut that off, and then I can use this piece for something else. Maybe I'll do that instead of the washi tape thing. Yeah. Okay. So, anywho, I thought I could either use like this strip or a piece of this to make like a pocket on the page, and then I could stick like this on there. This. Well, and even this, stick it in. So, what's this? This little fella. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to jump back into the ephemera stash. But for now, let's take a look. I think I'm going to work in the first signature for this one, I think. Because thinking about this page and like take this, kind of do that with it, and then take this like that, put that on there, and then I said either this as a pocket on the bottom or this. Actually, I could do this and this. Flip this one over. So this and this. And then I could actually have two pockets, one there and then one there. Maybe we should do that. And then like I could put the little stuff in here, and I could put the big tag back there. And when you pull it out, you'll be able to see this. Let's do that. So I know I got a lot of work on this, but let me just glue this down because I really knew she didn't use that, and I knew I wanted to use it. I don't think I inked it though. Let's do a little inkaroo. I made sure that my microphone was on again. Did my Green Combat checks there. Alright. I think I want to do this too. Here. And I'm going to glue it like that. So Leo got picked up at 3:30, and Marissa went and got the girls from school. So, and this is a Friday, which Fridays normally are our late days. So this is like 2 weeks in a row because I think it was last week she picked them up at like 1. Can't remember why, but yeah, that was nice. And so I'm off till Tuesday. Oh, babysitting, so I can craft away. I am really hoping we knock this whole thing out. I got book club on Monday night. Looking forward to that. I think we read The Life We Bury. So that was pretty good. It's pretty good. Not too bad. Kind of looking forward. I think we have another crime one uh, for this coming month. I just downloaded it, so I don't remember the. It's like all the something, all the. I don't know. I should write these down before I get on here, huh? Actually, let me do this. Kind of just want to knock out all this stuff first. That off. I just ordered a guillotine paper trimmer. Now I have like a huge one, like the old school kind that you would actually like see in school with the big wooden block and the thing. I have one of those. It is heavy. It is also buried. I think it's buried under one of my craft tables. I'm pretty sure. But even if it wasn't buried, I wouldn't like lug it out and put it here on the desk. So I figure I'll do a little paper edging on that. I figure the one I ordered is smaller. Oh my. Oh, that's why. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Pay attention. So yeah, I ordered a small. At first, I was just gonna order. There's like a 6 1/4 inch one, and at first I was just gonna order that, just something small. But then I'm like, you know what? I actually want to punch, or not punch. I'm punching. I'm punching right now. That caught on my skin. Do you see that? Ow. Okay. So don't do that. Jeez, oh Pete, attacked me. Those are a lot of little fellows. Okay. What I really wanted it for is because like a lot of the especially like some of the ephemera, like when I was cutting this stuff out, for example, like these, would have been so much easier just to. Now I have the slidey trimmer, um, but I am replacing the blades so quickly, and the guillotine trimmer, you don't have to do that. I can sharpen those blades, um, if and when needed. So I bit the bullet and got one. It should be here sometime this week. And grabbed another set of needle nose pliers because I obviously did not pay attention when I bought my most recent ones. I had a whole set of like jewelry making tools that over time, V's like, hey, can I borrow this? Do you mind if I borrow this? Do you mind if I borrow this? And now, I don't know. I don't know where they are. Let's trim this. See if I had that guillotine. Anywho, try to get this as straight as possible. Can't find them. So I ordered. No, I didn't order it. When we were at Daiso, I grabbed a set or a pair, and I didn't pay attention. And look, they're the jewelry making ones, which is fine. But do you notice they're round, which is great when you're wanting to wind wire, or wind wire, wind wire. Goodness, words are hard. Which it is good for that. So that is good. However, I need the flat ones because when you're trying to grab, everything just rolls out. That's what it's intended for. And the ones I had before I bought these, so these were supposed to be replacement, they were flat, but the tips flared outwards. You can't grab if the tips are facing outwards. So, and there's no like wire cutter, the pliers that have the wire cutter in it. That's what I needed. So I just ordered another one of those. And I ordered it instead of going out and buying it because I don't want to leave my house. I'm in that mode where I don't want to go anywhere. It's way too peoply outside. And I'm perfectly content in my house doing this. Or putzing around the house. Fiddle farting with things. I got lots of projects upstairs. So does V. He's not doing any right now. I'm not complaining only because he'd be making noise. Right now, the only thing I'm contending with is the dog chewing his bone. Sparn's upstairs with him, with V. Benno is down here with me. He is quite the Velcro dog to me, which, as he should be, as my service dog. But yeah, it's so funny. Like, if Sparn's upstairs with me and Brent calls him, Sparn will go. Benno's upstairs with me and Brent calls him, he sits with his ears up and he's hearing it, but he won't leave because he's with me. If I weren't here, of course he'd go running. But kind of cute, kind of annoying, especially when I want him to go outside, And it's like, go. It's like you have to send Sparn up to get Benno to go down. Okay. Okey-doke. That like that. Try to keep this as close to the bottom since it's already a tiny pocket. Go. Okie doke. Good with that. Let me go ahead and glue this down a little darker. I can see I edged it, but it's so very light. Just want a little darker. Second coat makes it darker. Alright, let's put some glue down on here. Easiest bucket I've made in a while, huh? And I could have it that way, or I could have it that way. I think it's pretty. I always like it when it's just the line drawing. You can see through it. I like line draw with the watercolor. Even when you have like the splotch of color and then you line draw within that splotch, so it's kind of going out of the lines. I like that. Do you like that? Alright, if I make this a tag, just want to see how far down it sits. I'm gonna say about here. Oh, I can make the corners the same size as these corners. Like that, and then get a tab from yesterday. You know what? Does this look familiar? Crystal gave it to me yesterday when I was cleaning my stuff up. Like I should put my stuff in there. Let's see what we got here. That kind of goes with it, doesn't it? This one. That side matches. That does too. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, I didn't see that side. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna glue this on first. I don't think I cut my little things off. There we go. Won't have to worry about that no more with my new die. Or not die, my punch, my tab punch. Very happy with that. Okay, let's do the back here. Pop this out of the way. Okay. And what did I say? I said I wanted to do this. Put this on the top, so I'll put this underneath. I am going to lay it like that. I'm going to use glue stick for this. That's what fell off my desk. Something fell yesterday. It was my glue stick. It's okay. I got more. I got more. Yesterday something fell and I kept looking. I'm like, I don't see it. Maybe I just bumped something. No. And I didn't put my glue sheet down, so now I have to clean up my desk after this. I did not grab a... Ew. Ew. No, don't do that, Mr. Glue Stick. That's not how we play here. That's not playing nice. Always play nice. Or we get the hose again. Yes, precious, we get the hose again. Alright. Let's pop this on. Oh, whoops, you know what? I think I messed up. Where's the glue up here? I should have cut this piece off. Let's just like... Yeah, I don't want it. I don't mind it going up to here, but no further than that. So let's get our fingers nice and gluey. We'll just do that. Let that kind of cure a little bit. Let's not make that mistake here. So we're going to want this to be... We'll do about there, but straight. Okay, cut that off. Oops, inky. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but these things here, Colin made that for me. It's a ring, but I don't wear them only because like these are really the fingers that I wear rings on. Anytime I've tried to wear rings on my other fingers, it doesn't last long just because it bothers me. But you know, I wanted to be able to see them and stuff, and now it's very useful because it keeps my dauber from rolling off the table. And I get a reminder she made me another one. This one for my birthday. This was one she made me for Christmas. This one she made me for my birthday, so it's on my other dauber. It hangs right in front of me so I can see it. Alright, so this one's going to go like that. Let me cut this off right quick. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to cut it. Cards of the women. There's also this. I was actually thinking of this. that like right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okie doke. Stick that in here. Maybe. Right, let's snip the corners here. Where's my corner nipper? Sometimes if your card is having a hard time going in a pocket, if you just round the edges, sometimes that'll help. There we go. There is more. Look how difficult it is going in. I'm going to try to trim just the tiniest bit. Let's check that out. Yeah, that's better. That went in a lot nicer. Alright, I want to cut the sides. There's a lot of people that hate the sound of people inking. I don't know about you, it's ASMR to me. I actually, oh, I gotta put a little glue on that. I'm actually like disappointed when people are like, I'm gonna ink these, but I'll fast forward it. I get a little upset because I'm like, no, I want to hear it. Of course, I could just be weird that way. You'll have to let me know how you feel about it. Alright, and let's put just not a dangle, but just a tag thing in here. I have somewhere a whole bunch. Oh, I'm going to use this water one. About even. And this piece of this. I really need to oil those. Jeepers crow. Don't pull it back out. Come poop. There we go. It should work. I'm on the struggle bus right now. I don't know if you can tell. Are you sure you want me to make these videos, Crystal? This is... almost got it. Almost got it. You better work. Oh, it did. Thank goodness. All right. I think I want to need to add. I was just going to leave this blank. I think I do need to add something to it. Let's shoot back in the ephemera. There was that big flower thing from the other day. It's got like all those colors in it. Let's see. Let's do it. Put that down. I haven't even done my little color board yet. Goodness. I'm hoping my little stapler will work for that. I'm thinking about stapling on that. I did not ink it. Holy crap. Can I pull it up? I can. How did I not ink this? There we go. Here we go. All right. Now we can glue it on. For realsies this time. Upside down. And once again, there we go. There we go. I like that better. I feel like this needs a little something. Like, just even if it's just a little piece of washi tape right there. Just a little something. What do I have in my tiny? This will work fine. When I had a pen pal, she sent me this. we would trade samples of washi tapes. That's on the pen pal. It was like monthly Happy Meal. We'd send each other all kinds of stuff. Okay. All right, happy with that. Let's set these away. Move some stuff off the desk. Now let's work on this card. Okay, so warm vanilla. I'm thinking I don't want it to go that far over. That, like, maybe if I did half. Put it down a little and did it like this. And then like that, and then the warm vanilla over it. And instead of like gluing it all down, if I glued it down, I would have left it longer. Just take it all the way to the edge and just staple it there. I usually am not, I don't normally like staples in my journals, but I'm starting to become quite a fan of them in like these type of instances. So, sage off. That down a little bit. Like that, and maybe not quite in half for this one. A little bit more. Joke. I know the ends won't be, but let's do this part a little bit, just a smidge. No, don't get on that. What the want? Struggle Bus. My hands are not working today. What is up with that? I have this classical music playlist through YouTube that I listen to. I have on my iTunes, I have my classical study list, and that's the list I used to play or listen to all throughout uh, my bachelor's degree to study to. I studied to it, and then I took my tests with it playing as well. And there's psychology behind that, believe it or not. And maybe I'll get into that on one of my voiceovers when I have to ramble, but that'll be like going back in time. That's okay. Present me will talk about stuff that past me did, but that future me is going to do, which is future me will talk about it. So wrap your head about that. Anywho, I have that, but that's on my that's in my iTunes that I really don't go to. I do everything really on my YouTube music or YouTube videos. Anywho, so let's go back to where we were. Here's our page. And I want to glue this here. Like so. Do I want to glue it or do I want to? Do I want to like paper clip it in? So it's movable. I didn't put anything on the back though. Do I still have that link? I do. I have this. Ooh. I'm going to do that. Anyway, so I have classical faves playlist on my YouTube music. And then so I have another classical. Oh yeah, on YouTube itself, there's a channel that I listen to that plays like 7 or 9 hours or something like that of classical music. And so sometimes when I need the TV to sleep, but I don't want to listen, I don't want to hear people talking. Sometimes people talking, like I watch, there's a couple of crafters that I like to fall asleep to because like DJ at Hither and Beyond, I like to fall asleep to her. I like to fall asleep to Tony, like Crafty by Tony. Margaret, I like to fall asleep to her. And Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, I like to fall asleep to her too. Not that they're boring. It's just I put on old videos that I've seen before and then I can fall asleep. Oh, that's not. This must be a little bit bigger. So yeah, last night, or sometimes though, I'll put them on, but my brain won't not listen to them. And I'm like, hearing every word and I can't shut off. That doesn't help. And, as you know, a lot of I can sleep in the quiet. I got to be in the right headspace for that though. And like if I can go at least a week without a nightmare, then I'll try shutting the TV off and sleep. But I really need that TV so when I do have nightmares, that's my grounding point. So, you know, I wake up not knowing where I am and freaking out. And if I can look at the TV and focus, the TV brings me back to this is the TV in my bedroom. I'm safe. I'm I'm good. It was a dream. Not really happening. You know, that type of thing. So, you could journal on that. I think I'm just going to clip this in. I think I'm just going to paper clip it in. And I could just use a regular paper clip on this one because I'm going to put it back behind here. And you won't really see it. See it on the other side, but that's okay. I saw somebody who rusted their paper clips. So I've seen a couple people do it. I think I would like to try that too. Actually slide that under here to keep it from falling over. Let's keep falling. Okay. So I have that flippy thing there, and then we have this. We can tuck into here, and then where's this other? Oh, here we go. We got this little fella here. There. Actually, that. There. And there was a taller one. Where'd that go? It's right here. That's more like a piece of ephemera to me. I mean, I can do it. I actually like this better. Or not. This kind of doesn't go, does it? I mean, color-wise, of course it does, but it doesn't seem to really match the theme. And I didn't mind it back here. Like that, because flower, flower. But then I could do that. So, here we go. I'm going to call it. So, I've got that left over. I've got these left over. This, piece of that, piece of that. I think that's, yep, that's everything. Scrap. All right, so I did not put my pencil away yesterday, and now look. Oh, there it is. Dyed is done. On to distressed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. See you then.